Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown. Hold on for a minute. Okay. Is horror movies a thing of the past? Now, I've been thinking about this for a long time. A lot of people might say yes, horror movies are a thing of the past. Most people don't think so. I mean, most people say, hey, the horror genre has never been powerful, it's never been before. I mean, just look at the straight-to-DVD movies. That's been very, very popular with horror, even though it kind of sucks, but some of them are good, but this and that. To tell you the truth, I mean, I'm not saying that horror is dead. To me, it's still well alive today, and people always bring it up. People always talk about their favorite horror movies, their favorite horror icons, you know, obviously. And the more I think about it, the more I see that, well, it's really up to you. Do you think that horror movies are the thing of the past, or they still well alive? Because back in the day, literally back in the day, horror movies wasn't that big, but they kept doing sequels after sequels after sequels, so it was probably big if they kept doing sequels, right? But now, it never made enough money, like, and no horror movie never made so much money and decided, you know what, we need to do, you know, a series of this. You know, they made much money to be like, okay, we need to make a sequel or a prequel, you know? But not so much as a, like the Avengers type movie, you know, like so groundbreaking and everything. Then after that, it's like, okay, next we're going to put Freddy and Jason in there. And then after that, it's going to be Leatherface and Michael Myers and everything. It's just going to be this whole big thing. Now, Freddy vs. Jason was actually one of those attempts. Did it fail? Many people say yes, but a lot of people enjoyed Freddy vs. Jason, including myself. I love Freddy vs. Jason. I think it's great. I think it's one of the great horror movies, and a lot of people might say it. You might think, a lot of people might be like, "Oh, that's stupid that you think it's one of the good horror movies," because it's not. If you look at it in a point of someone else's view, you can see why. To me, I liked their Freddy vs. Jason mainly because I didn't care about the main characters. And you can see the movie doesn't really care for that. They only care about the Freddy and Jason thing. Because you know why? It's because we have been waiting for something for years. And it finally came. It finally came in 2003, I believe. I could be wrong. That Freddy vs. Jason came out. It did make a lot of money. Not like a huge groundbreaking money, but they were going to make a sequel. And there was rumors, even Robert Englund said they were going to make a sequel. It never happened. Why? I don't know. Maybe someone else can shed some light on that. Maybe they do know. But every time I keep thinking Freddy vs. Jason for a sequel, it's too little too late. And it's kind of like with all the horror movies. Like, yes, Hollywood is trying to make horror big again. So they can make a huge broken whole bunch of money, you know, with the remakes. And a lot of people might not like remakes. The thing is, I enjoy remakes if they don't have to do the original, to tell you the truth. The remake doesn't have to do the original. Sometimes it does, but then it's stupid because when people say, oh, they're not copying the original, and then when they do the original, when they copy it, it's like, they don't know what to put, so they're just going to rip it off from the remake. By the way, when people say that, and if you're one of these people that watches this video, then I just want to say one thing. Make up your fucking mind! So, anyways, I I I love horror movies. I do. I mean, I can talk about horror movies so much. And like my Carrie review, Carrie was my first horror movie I ever saw. Ever saw when I was a child. I loved it. I completely felt that's the first movie I felt in love with horror movies. Then I saw Jason and then Freddy and then actually I saw Carrie, Chucky, Michael, Freddy, then Jason, and then Leatherface on Pawn, and then Ghostface came out, and all this shit happened, you know. And well, actually, Scream came out in 1996, and I was born in 1993, so obviously I couldn't remember. But I seen it when I got older. But I liked it, Scream. A lot of people loved it. It brought the horror genre back, and who knows that maybe in the future there'll be another movie that will bring the horror genre back. And to me, horror movies are not the thing of the past. To me, they're getting stronger and stronger each year because there's a fan base, there is conventions for it, and there's a whole bunch of people that love horror movies, that like to collect horror movies, that are big fans of horror, bigger than me. Some people collect masses. Some people collect, dolls or Freddy or Jason or Chucky, Some people collect everything of horror movies, Some people actually bought the Freddy glove that some people made it on their own too, which is awesome. That shows how much they are a true fan. And that's how much I love horror. That's how much I love talking to people about horror movies. And it's like, oh, what do you like about this movie? Or what do you hate about this movie? And I'm going to ask you why you hate it. And it obviously, if you can explain it really good, then I'll be like, all right, then. If you explain it weird or something, I get confused really easy, so you have to explain me even more because shit happens like that. But, it's not like The Strangers. Based on a true story, okay, but it wasn't really that groundbreaking. It wasn't like, oh my god, If The Strangers came out now, people would have been like, oh, this is a ripoff of Paranoia. Basically, that movie, damn it, what is that movie? Who knows? If you guys know what okay, the movie that I'm talking about comparing to Strangers is basically like the government decides to like, hey, fuck everybody. All the rules are shut down and everyone gets fucking killed. I didn't see that movie because it just didn't interest me. A horror movie has to interest me, and it's not a horror movie. It's more like thriller, and kind of like The Strangers. It's more like thriller. It's not like horror, It's not like Freddy or Jason and everything, And then when the remake of Freddy came out, people shit on it. A lot of people liked it, actually. A lot of people were like, yeah, it could have been better. But I kind of wish they made a Freddy movie that was just about Fred Krueger. I would love to see that. There have been fan films that made that. Literally, someone on the internet, on YouTube, made a little small film of Fred Krueger before he got burnt and everything. I would love to see that. I would really, really love to see that. And I think a lot of people will like that. Now, a lot of people in the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, a lot of people said, oh, Nightmare on Elm Street sucks. And a lot of people did this. They were like, I'm going to see the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Then after that, it was like this. I saw the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Yeah, it sucked. Like, no emotion. It's like, yeah, it sucked. Okay, it's just like, fuck this. Freddy's dead. Freddy's dead. Oh, they ruined everything. Whatever. The thing, no one didn't have to complain about Jackie Lee or Haley. I think no one didn't complain about Jackie being Freddy. I think everyone was just like, this is new Freddy? Oh, okay, let's see what he does. He did actually pretty good. But, a lot of people say he did bad. But, you can't blame him. A lot of people might say, why could we not blame him? Huh? He's the new Freddy. We have to blame him, right? No, you can't blame the actors. You have to blame at the people that made the fucking goddamn story. The actors didn't write the script. They didn't. They just read it and were like, okay, I'll do it, I guess. And a lot... This just mind blows me. Oh! Hold on. I'm gonna... Those of you people on the internet that do this... no one doesn't care about horror movies anymore. It's just a cash grab. It's only, they only do it for money and everything. First of all, what did Toby Hooper did when he made Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What did Rob Zombie did when he made Halloween remake? What did John Carpenter did when he made the remake? When he made the original Halloween? What did John Carpenter did when he made The Thing? They didn't do it just because they wanted to do it. They did it for money, yes. Why? 'Cause you get paid for it! Dory! Oh, sorry to break the bear of bad news, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god. They make horror movies for money? Oh my god, I'm sorry. The horror genre is dead. Oh my god, I'm sorry. You went too far. But it's just, I can understand why you would say, yes, if a movie sucks completely, if no one does not put any effort to it, yes, it's a cash grab. But if someone tries to do something that they really want to do, and they really want to tell a story, if people just shit on it just because they want to do something and see in their own perspective, then let them do in their own perspective. It's kind of like with Christopher Nolan with his Batman trilogy. He did not want to put Robin in. He did not want to put anything else with Robin. He just wanted to tell his own story. Sure, he might have given a wink to the fans at the end of The Dark Knight, but for overall, it's just mind-boggling how people will say that. And it's... whatever. Those people that... they really get under my skin. I'm sorry. They really do. It's just... whatever. But horror movies to me, are still a big thing. They will always be a big thing. As long as there's a fan base for it, and as long as people want it, there will be horror movies. And it will keep being made. Keep being made. Why? Because we love it, and we love watching it. Hey, even if it's a bad horror movie, we would love to talk shit about it. And there's no such thing as a perfect movie. No. Don't say that a movie that you watched was perfect. No. Even Halloween 1 had pretty much its problems. I kind of nitpicked a little bit, but a good movie is not a really, really good movie. It's not pitch perfect, literally pitch perfect. A good movie is not literally a good movie. It depends on how do you see it. Good actors, good characters, good story, yeah? If you have all of those, you can fuck up a little bit. Hey, even directors do that sometimes. They explain something, and then they never explain it again, and you'll be like, okay, so we're just going to forget about that, or not? And literally, we'll never get that answer from 20 years from now, or something, And that's how the way it works sometimes. Every good movie has its flaws. Every good movie has its flaws. Sometimes if it's major, then it could ruin the whole movie. But if it's not that major, like, you could just pass it, people might talk about it, but they might just pass it, then you could do it. But you know how people feel about that. But it's horror movies have been around for many years, many years, many years, and they are keep coming and keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. Why? Like I said, there's a fan base for it. People love it. People want to see it. People want to see their iconic characters. Frankenstein, Wolfman, Mummy, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Chucky, Leprechaun. The list goes on. Now, a lot of people might say, wait, Dracula, Frankenstein, those are not horror. Actually, no, they are. They are horror. They are the first Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers. I just want to say this. Say if a movie Halloween came out, like what it is right now, and showed it back where Frankenstein was around. That movie would not be shown in theaters. Why? Because it was a different time. It was a whole different time. Very different time. Now, if you get a movie like I said, Frankenstein, and put it here now, people might like it. I'm not gonna say no one's not gonna hate it. Maybe people might hate it, but they're also gonna love it. Some people will love it because it's Frankenstein. It's taken from the book and making it reality. And you might change a few things. It's okay to change a few things, and it's always good to change a few things. And it's always been like that. It's okay to a few things as long as you don't fuck it up that much. Halloween 2, anyone? That fucking horse. I mean, I enjoy Halloween 2. It's just that fucking horse. I think everyone has complained about that, but I'm not going to talk about it too much. But yes, horror movies have been great, and there always will be. And before I close this video off, like I said, what if Halloween came out when Frankenstein or the Wolfman or the Mummy came out? Like, intact. Like, what it is. Not changing it or anything like that. Exactly what the movie is. It's like saying me taking Halloween, the first movie, and going back in time and showing it in theaters. How would people react? They might take that movie off theaters because it was too strong back then and it's too violent back then. And plus, it didn't have an R rating. They didn't have R ratings back then, but shit, people would have been scared by then, but now people would have been like, remember Halloween from, way back when? That was awesome. That was a good movie. People hated it back then because it was creepy, disgusting. People were offended and everything, but it changed the horror genre forever. And Halloween did. It literally did. But there's other movies that changed horror for crazy. Psycho, everyone. Who doesn't remember Psycho? I remember that movie. Holy fuck. That movie, okay? But I enjoy Psycho. I mean, that's one of the reasons, Ed Gein was inspired by Psycho. And if that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what is. Michael Myers was inspired by Psycho. Basically, a guy coming with a knife, killing people. Obviously he didn't dress as a woman, but still. Oh, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. But still, what is your favorite horror movie of all time? You can only pick one, though. And do you think horror movies are the thing of the past? I don't think so. I think they're really strong, and it's going to keep getting stronger as long as there's a fan base, and there always will be. Why? Because we love this stuff. We love the gore. We love the atmosphere. We love the characters, and a lot of people out there, and this is for horror movie fans, there's a lot of people out there that don't understand why we love horror movies. A lot of people said, why do you watch that shit? It's going to rot your brain out. What does that teach you? Are you going to go out to the world and do this? Is that what this movie's teaching you? And to the people that think that this teaches us to kill and everything, it does not. The horror movies teaches us how to be scared. And it's healthy to be scared, as long as it's not too much. And it's and you can learn from it. Hansel and Gretel, do not talk to strangers. May I say more? And it also you can escape from it. You want to escape your problems from work, your problems from your mom or dad or your friends or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever. And you want to sit down, relax, put a nice horror movie in your PlayStation 3 or your DVD set, whatever, and enjoy a roller coaster ride that everybody will enjoy. And if some people can't see that, then you will never get it. Horror movies are not a thing of the past. They are just getting stronger and stronger by us, the fans of horror. This is TheSkullKlown signing off. Have a nice day.